Hey everyone, just throwing together a quick guide for the upcoming crypto game Cambria using Blast and Ronin networks, where you can win ETH, RON, and founder NFTs worth $1,000 and more. The team has pulled together tons of prizes and incentives for new players to this 5-day alpha, and it's going to be sick. First thing we're going to cover, and crucial to early game, is going to be item drops. These come from mobs too, but you start the game naked and everything in the game requires gold, so you gotta run out into the world and find these crates and vases, smash them up, and grab all the loot. You can then sell it in town, and then boom, you are no longer a broke boy and can afford Pokemon's cookies. These items can only be used for potions, which can be used in late game, but that's not really for us right now. Next up, we have cloth gathering. Each profession skill has various tiers. The higher your skill, the higher the tier you can harvest. In previous playtests, you don't start with a sickle, so you have to buy one with the gold that you farmed in the previous step. This cloth can be used to upgrade other cloth, but it requires the lower level cloth to keep going on, so the lower level stuff never really becomes obsolete. And then later on, you can use it to make robes for mages. Next we have mining. This is probably the most popular and also largest time crunch of a skill. You need to mine to gain charges from magic spells. You also need to mine progressively higher level rocks to make higher level gear. Again, needing the lower quality stuff and more just to level up. For instance, bronze bars require copper and tin, but iron bars require iron and bronze bars, and this continues all the way up. Mining also drops gems, which are used for staves. The ore itself will be used to make weapons as well as your chest armor and helm, which mainly focuses on physical stats. Now we have weapon choice. No matter what melee weapon you use, they all level your attack skill. You can go a more defensive route and get a one-hander and shield, or you can use a two-hand weapon. Some weapons have special abilities. There's a breakdown in the Cambria docs that they have listed on their website. I'm not an expert in which is best, but the team is constantly balancing things, so I'm not sure if a clear winner is out there just yet. Just have fun and use what you like. However, if you want to skin mobs, you'll have to either use a melee weapon with a spear or a longbow from ranged, and that will allow you to skin the mobs. These armors that you can use from skinning can give some defensive stats, but they also will boost your archery skills, as well as provide you meat for food. Next, you have your harvesting tools. You increase your skills like harvest, mining, skinning, logging, and fishing by successfully doing the tasks out in the world. With breakpoints like 20 skill, 40 skill, etc., you unlock the ability to harvest higher level stuff. You don't need higher level harvesting tools per se, but they will make the tasks much easier. For instance, if you're skinning a bear with a bronze skinning knife, it could take 2 minutes, but if you have a steel skinning knife, the process is much faster. And last but not least, the most important part of the game is going to be collecting artifacts that give you favor. The easiest to get are curios. They drop from harvesting, mining, etc. And the higher level thing that you're farming, the higher the drop chance of the curio. So if you're hitting a copper vein in a newbie zone, it would take you almost an hour to get one. But if you're in a dungeon hitting an adamantite vein, your chances are much higher. This also applies to artifacts that drop from higher level mobs, and that also includes the frequency in which they drop as well. Lastly, you have gems, and they can be found from bosses and chests. They're available out in the world at fixed points. Turning in these items gives you favor as well as unlocks chances for you to win tons of prizes in the alpha. Don't forget to have fun out there, and if you see any red dots on your minimap, be wary. It might be me coming to take all your stuff.